For years, banks in China fueled a wave of youth consumerism by aggressively pushing co-branded credit cards, linked to everything from airlines to popular milk tea chains. Today, that trend has reversed. Across social media, young people are filming themselves shredding their plastic, making a deliberate choice to sever their credit lines to avoid future debt. This chart shows the scale of the retreat. From a peak of over 800 million, app-gave credit and hybrid cards dropped to 707 million, marking 12 consecutive quarters of decline. Nearly 100 million cards were removed from the system in just 3 years. This mass cancellation represents a systemic rejection of debt that has stripped the retail banking sector of its primary engine for new growth. The institutional response to this evaporation of credit has been swift and severe. In just the first half of a single year, 14 major listed banks saw their credit card loan balances shrink by nearly 200 billion yuan. To stop the bleeding, banks are executing drastic countermeasures, terminating dozens of co-branded card products and shutting down over 60 regional credit card centers across the country. By dismantling their own consumer products and closing physical locations, banks are attempting to stabilize their operations against a profound loss of consumer confidence. This institutional panic is driven by a stagnation in the job market. For millions of recent graduates, the path from the classroom to a stable career has effectively stalled. The reality of the crisis is visible at recruitment fairs like this. Youth unemployment rates have persistently hovered above 18%, leaving a massive demographic without a reliable income. Without a steady paycheck, the aspirational consumerism of the past decade is replaced by a focus on immediate financial survival. When the prospect of future earnings vanishes, borrowing against that future disappears with it, turning credit cards from tools of prosperity into immediate threats to survival. For those who couldn't cancel their accounts in time, unpaid balances have quickly spiraled. Since 2008, overdue credit card balances half a year past due have grown 36-fold, reaching 124 billion yuan by 2024. Because credit cards are unsecured, banks have no physical collateral to repossess, recovering roughly 7 cents on the dollar when selling to collectors. This volume of unrecoverable debt is forcing the industry to abandon rapid growth in favor of conservative asset management. The banking sector faces a new reality. They must absorb multi-billion-dollar losses on unsecured loans, creating a persistent drag on profitability and narrow margins for the entire retail lending market. The sheer volume of financial defaults has grown too large for banks to resolve through internal elections, pushing the crisis into the national legal system. Court data shows the scale of the surge, with credit card dispute cases now being recorded in the millions. Traditional debt collection models are failing under this weight. When income disappears, legal threats lose their power to compel payment. The courts have now become the final, overburdened backstop for a consumer economy struggling to reconcile its debts. In China, a financial default can trigger a consequence that extends far beyond a bank account: the National Social Credit Blacklist. Tens of millions of citizens are now officially classified as discredited, a status that carries immediate and severe legal punishments. Those on the blacklist are legally barred from using critical national infrastructure, starting with a ban on purchasing high-speed train tickets. The restrictions expand to include bans on booking flights and staying in premium hotels, effectively grounding the individual within their local district. Beyond travel, these restrictions prevent blacklisted individuals from securing formal employment, making it nearly impossible to earn the money needed to clear the original debt. The credit card collapse has evolved into a structural barrier, where a youthful financial mistake can result in years of exclusion from modern society.